It can't happen to me, right? Wrong. AIDS can happen to you. The AIDS virus already affects the lives of many North Dakotans. The deadly reality of AIDS is increasing throughout America, as well as here in North Dakota.
$10, $15, $20, I don't know, $15?
I don't know, a couple hundred, I guess. I don't know, maybe more.
Between 30 and 50.
Probably 500.
Maybe 100.
I'd say thousands.
My name is Tina Timmerman. I'm with the North Dakota Department of Health and work primarily with the HIV infection and AIDS program. HIV, or human immunodeficiency virus, causes AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. From April 1st, 1985 to December 31st, 1989, there have been 76 cases of HIV infection reported to the North Dakota Health Department. 19 of these individuals have died. Currently, there's not a cure for HIV infection or AIDS. There's not a vaccine. Protect yourself from the virus. No one is immune to infection.
North Dakota is home to 660,000 people of many diverse backgrounds and cultures. Because we are located in the northernmost part of the country, we have an exaggerated sense of isolation from the mainstream of America. We feel safe and secure from outside influences.
AIDS is a problem. I don't think it's as bad as other states, but it's certainly something that everyone should be aware of, especially on college campuses.
I think it's a little overrated. I believe there is AIDS in North Dakota, but I don't think that that there's as much as we think there might be.
I don't hear about it like in Fargo or anywhere. That's North Dakota's biggest city, so I don't think it's really that big of a problem in North Dakota.
The AIDS virus is in North Dakota.
I was born in Fargo and raised here all my life. I attended the Fargo schools. I graduated from South High. After that, in that following fall, I started attending NDSU for a number of years, and I enjoyed school very much. I went 7 years. I have 4 degrees. I was very active socially, very active as a result sexually too, and somewhere along the line, that's where it happened, you know. That's and basically, when I first discovered that I had HIV, at the advice of a physician on a regular checkup, and found out that I was positive, for the next 4 years, I didn't have any symptoms at all after I found out. But I took a lot of precautions for myself and for others. Basically, now, after about the 4th year, last holiday season, I became extremely ill, and in the last year have been hospitalized 5 times and in the emergency room twice. Presently, I'm on AZT. I take some other drugs because of side effects also.
I'd like to say yes, but I don't believe that. I think a lot of college students are pretty irresponsible when it comes to their sexuality. They think that pretty much live for today and it won't happen to me attitude.
I feel the threat of AIDS has become a factor, but I think that people are pretty much trying to stay ignorant and doing what they normally would have done anyway.
Well, not around here, not really. Maybe in bigger cities, like in possibly Fargo or as far as Minneapolis, but not too much in Bismarck.
From what I've seen in the bar crowds and the people that I hang around with, I guess, if a girl of someone's dream walked into the bar, it wouldn't cross their mind, no matter how much alcohol they've had, they would end up in bed with them. They wouldn't worry about AIDS.
College communities are a reflection of the world itself, and a wide variety of lifestyles exist on campus.
I think it's important to be aware of the fact that during that time there are many individuals that are experimenting and in essence may lead a dual lifestyle, and they may only once or twice have a homosexual experience. They may be bisexual. I think it's important to be aware of the fact that the dual lifestyle is very much a prevalent thing all over, and the fact that that with that in place, that the spread of the disease itself, you see, is increased, and you'll never know where or who, and that's the danger of it, you see. And of course, at that age group, everybody is very, should I say, impressive. So you would not want to say that I'm bisexual or gay. So you would leave that dual lifestyle maybe, and perhaps have that girlfriend or boyfriend on the other opposite end. And by doing so, could infect the others.
In spite of the number of reported AIDS cases, there may be hundreds of people carrying the HIV virus in North Dakota who don't know they have it. We all know what it means to practice safe sex, but if we go out to a bar or to a party and have a couple of drinks, we lose our inhibitions, and we may do things that we normally wouldn't. You look across the bar, and you see that guy you've been dying to talk to for weeks, so you take a few drinks to work up your courage. But when 1 a.m. rolls around, and you decide to go home with him, you're not only sleeping with him, you're sleeping with everyone he slept with for the last few years.
I think that particularly that parties or events where there's a lot of overuse of alcohol and drugs, that people's guard is dropped or impaired somewhat, and therefore they do not end up taking the proper precautions. That is when they are going to be at high risk. It's just like taking a gun and playing Russian roulette. That's exactly what it is.
You are the only person responsible for your own body. You can't count on what other people say or what they do. The only person you can count on to prevent contracting the HIV virus is yourself. Casual contact with an HIV-positive person doesn't put you at risk to the virus. There must be an exchange of blood or bodily fluids through intimate contact.
I think some of the important steps you can take, especially for heterosexual people, is to realize that you can get the disease from anyone, to be discriminate in your sexual partners, maybe to abstain if you're not in a long-term serious relationship, to use things as condoms to try and protect yourself.
Using condoms or abstinence and not sharing dirty needles?
Well, one obviously would be to abstain from sex. That's not the most popular one on campus, I would imagine. But the other one would be like the use of condoms and just a lot more safety in who you have sex with, not just the bar pickup or anything. You make sure you know who that person is and stuff like that. But the main one would be like the use of the condom.
Abstain from continuous and numerous amounts of sexual contacts with different people.
The 4 basic prevention measures include abstinence, a long-term monogamous relationship, the proper use of a condom, and remember, never under any circumstances to share a needle with another person. Dating one person for an entire quarter or a semester no longer qualifies as a monogamous relationship because the AIDS virus can lie dormant in one's body for up to 10 years.
Using both condoms and spermicides, such as non-oxyl 9, can help protect you from HIV infection and other sexually transmitted diseases. Lubricants can be used with condoms, but they must be water-based, such as KY jelly. Don't use Vaseline, Crisco, baby oil, or other oil-based lubricants because they will destroy condoms.
Communication is vital to prevent transmission of the AIDS virus. The time to talk about safe sex is before you pop Bolero into the CD player.
It has come not to be known just as a gay disease. It's very much in the straight world, and by not taking precautions in such a thing is putting your life in jeopardy and ending up in possible death and ruining your life like me.
HIV is a medical, social, and economic reality that will be with us here in North Dakota for many years. We can and should take the time now to get the facts and to make the choice to prevent further transmission of the virus. Remember, once you are HIV positive, there is no going back. The virus doesn't give you a second chance. AIDS can happen to you.